The momentum of the students' protest is growing daily. This afternoon there are well over 1,000 signatures on twin petitions that will be presented to the College Council when it meets in December, and the list of names is getting longer almost by the hour. The students are objecting because they say the building up there behind me in the fog of Pengleis Hill was recommended for conversion into an all-Welsh hostel for girls against the wishes of the student body. There'd be another hostel for boys in Aberystwyth itself. But there might have been strong opposition anyway, because of the 2,277 students at Aberystwyth at the moment, no more than 390 are able to speak Welsh, and of those, more than 60 failed to vote for a place at an all-Welsh hostel when a census was taken. The students' protest petition is being backed by the threat of more positive action. Up to today, nearly 500 have said they'll refuse to pay their hostel fees next term, and at £65 a time, that would mean a loss of £32,500 to the college authorities, at least on paper. Threatening to withhold your hostel fees is a pretty drastic step. Why are you so bitterly opposed to this all-Welsh hostel plan?
It's being forced on students to a certain extent, I think, without full consultation. This is what they're opposed to.
But Aberystwyth has long been a centre of Welsh culture. Surely it won't go so completely amiss here.
Yes, but it's been a centre of Welsh culture because the English and the Welsh mix, and the two are forced to be dynamic. But if you separate the Welsh from the English, the Welsh sector will just stagnate, and that's what we're afraid of. We're afraid as much for the Welsh as we are for the English.
How much support do you really have for your opposition?
We seem to have something like 800 out of 1,000 students in hall against this on principle. We seem to have 70% of Welsh-speaking students, in fact, against this. And also we have a great number of staff against this, something like 80%.
Well, the word segregation is merely an emotional slogan. The hostel will be open to all those who are interested in staying there. In other words, there will be no compulsion to stay there, and the grouping of the hostel will be quite voluntary.
But nevertheless, wouldn't there be some restriction on the interchange of ideas and viewpoints among the students?
None at all. There's no reason why this hostel should not have a complete crosscut of students of all types of opinion and all types of background. There will be no attempt to cut out any students of any opinion or of any subject background that want to stay in such a hostel.
Is it really realistic that one should establish an all-Welsh hostel at a college where Welsh-speaking students are in fact outnumbered by as much as 6 to 1?
Well, this hostel has arisen because of a request coming from the part of the students. The number of students raised a petition. They wanted a hostel. They wanted to live their home life while they were in Aberystwyth, while they were in the college, through the medium of Welsh. And this was presented to the college authorities. The court discussed the matter and decided that this was a reasonable request, that students should not be imposed upon, that they should not be compelled to live their home life through the medium of a language which they do not choose to live it through.
Dr. Jones, there's been a pretty massive protest by the student body. Do you think this is really going to carry any weight at all?
Well, I've no doubt that any request from students will be considered in a reasonable manner. But as regards this particular issue, it has been decided upon by the court, and the court does not meet until the hostel will be established next year. And so I rather think that this is a fait accompli.